Also, Thomas picked a movie, so why don't you tell about it?
So I picked the cult classic, the Japanese horror, if you want to put quotations on horror film, called Hausu or House. It is about a group of girls that go to a house and discover that it is haunted by the spirits of, well, we're not quite sure, but it's haunted. And the house proceeds to, well, spoilers again, I guess. Joseph, did you give that spoiler warning for everything we talk about?
Oh, I forgot, but
well, there we go. You got it now.
Spoiler for
So
all
basically,
movies,
the house
yeah.
begins to pick off the girls inside the house one by one, and insanity and chaos reign. So that is the brief description of Hausu. If you want my honest opinion on why I picked this movie, honestly, it was to see if I could freak out Alex and Michael. That was the main goal of this pick.
Freak out me? Freak out me?
Yes.
And laughter.
And laughter. Yes. Because I remember seeing this movie like a long time ago, and then I've been bugging Jared to watch it again because I don't know why I wanted to watch it again. And we rewatched it because Jared, you'd seen this before, right?
Yeah.
And this movie's great. This movie's so awesome. One of the reasons I like it is because it's just total insanity, and I actually watched some of the special features. And the director actually got to start directing Japanese commercials. And if you guys have never seen a Japanese commercial, you are missing out because they are just as insane as this movie. Like nonsensical, really overproduced and dramatic. And it's so weird and so fun. So that's my reason why I wanted to watch this. But honestly, I really want to find out what Alex and Michael thought about this. That's like first. Wait,
well, Michael, you go first. I went first on the other movie.
First. No one has any. I don't care what anyone has to say. So I'm gonna say this once. If there is ever a movie this stupid and this bad that comes into this freaking show again, I am turning it off 10 minutes in. I will not watch a movie like this ever again. I told Alice when we finished this, I would rather watch Cats back to back.
Wow.
I would never, ever subject anyone to this kind of torture of how stupid and bad this movie was.
Wow.
This movie is terrible. This movie makes zero sense. It's some bad impersonation of an American horror flick where they try to add some softcore porn into it or something. I hated every minute of this movie. We watched the trailer last night because we're like, okay, what do we want to watch? We watched The Witch. We're like, let's knock out two so we can only watch one tomorrow, Sunday, when we're recording the podcast. Watch both the trailers for. Did we watch Arachnophobia? I think we did. Anyway, you get the idea what Arachnophobia is. But we watched the trailer for House. I've never dreaded watching something so much in my entire life than waking up today on a Sunday and be like, I'm going to spend an hour and a half staring at a screen of what's the word I'm looking for? It's colors of freaking. What's the drug word I'm looking for?
LSD. LSD. Yeah.
Not the word I was looking for, but you get what I'm saying. Just some acid trip on screen with a bunch of seemingly underage naked Asian ladies. Don't know how old they were. Hopefully they were of age in this stupid movie where just they get eaten by pianos. A lamp takes down Karate Girl. They're all named after dumb things like Gorgeous and Kung Fu. And Jared, you get a little bit, Jared. Go ahead.
Oh, did you get why I said what game was inspired by this movie?
No.
With the piano?
Oh,
Mario.
Yeah.
Huh. I wouldn't even associate in the slightest this with Mario because it would just tarnish anything. This can't be on the level of anything even decent. This movie is.
Oh, you gotta take the shrooms first until you get the.
Apparently, when they sell this in the DVD form, you open up and there's a little baggie you're supposed to take before you watch the movie. Then you destroy the movie so you never watch it again. I hate this movie. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm done talking about it. Go ahead.
Alex, I want to hear you.
Wow. That was a lot. Here's the thing. There's a reason why democracy is a thing. And there's a reason why we vote on movies. And this is a perfect reason why. Thomas, you suck. Like, you suck.
Really? I thought you would have enjoyed it. Michael hated it.
No. Thomas, like, well, one, I was holding onto the hope the entire time while watching. I was like, please tell me Thomas didn't actually see this movie. And that he recommended that we watch it because he was interested. Because I was like, if Thomas actually likes this movie, he should. This is strike one. You get 3 strikes, and then you're off this podcast. You are off this podcast. And again, there's a reason why that this podcast is a democracy. I'm telling you, this movie is only like what, an hour and 30, whatever, 27,
like 4 hours.
It felt like 4 hours. No joke. Michael and I don't do this. I'm agreeing with Michael. If anyone ever makes me watch a movie like this again, we're turning it off. I'm not going to watch this again. I won't necessarily agree with Michael about Cats because Cats gave me a pit in my stomach that I still haven't gotten rid of. But this movie didn't quite do that. But this movie was so dumb that Michael was playing Switch during the second half of it. And I was literally playing a song on guitar and singing while watching this movie. This movie sucked so badly. I was like, I might as well do something productive and learn this song that I was trying to learn last night. Okay, so I often say that I'm weird and I like weird stuff. That doesn't mean that weird is always good. This weird is like when a kid's trying to tell you a story and then he's like, oh yeah, and then the mom shows up and they shake hands and her head turns to fire. It's like there's no substance there. There's no, like the movie we watched last time, I'm thinking of Ending Things. That's weird that I like because there's something there. This movie is pretentious in the fact that it thinks it's artsy when it's just. I told Michael I've never seen a movie more so that it's like the phrase like throwing paint at a canvas. That's all this movie is. It's just chunk it, see if it fits. Go. It's like a terrible music video. Oh my gosh, the only cool character in this movie is Kung Fu. She was awesome. Got to give it that. She's very cool. She's kicking monsters and stuff, but and I do have to say some of the sets were very cool. Like because it's like half like I don't know, it looked like they comped the stuff in the background, but sometimes it was just like a painting in the background, kind of like olden times, but I think it blended quite well with the actual set. So I have to give it that. But man, this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's just objectively not good.
So funny you should mention about the kids saying like what works, whatever. Like this is what, hey, So that's the director's daughter actually having the input into that. He actually took story notes from his daughter and
so
put
surprised.
it into there.
Disgusting.
Just because something's bad doesn't mean like it's horrible and you can't enjoy the experience.
No,
No,
it's
it's
terrible.
worse.
It's worse.
So here's my experience.
At least
with this movie.
Arachnophobia was funny. Arachnophobia was funny,
it's
had
terrifying.
some charm. But this movie, it was just, man, it's like Michael said, it felt like 4 hours long, and I was just constantly fuming, like at Thomas. The whole movie, I was like, I hate Thomas. I hate Thomas. There you go. There you go. This movie killed our friendship. That's
Wow.
Are you happy? Are you happy now?
Happy birthday to me then.
It's an hour and a half of my life you owe me.
That's true.
Interest costs 4 hours.
All right. We've been negative enough. Let's hear someone else.
So here's my experience with this movie. I've known about this movie. I never actually seen it. I actually read an article about it, and like Thomas said, his kid did have a lot of input into this. Like, I think he was directing it from the vantage point of like, what would scare a little child? Like, what would a little child's scary story be? And that's
What would
kinda
scare a grown man? That's what you should have said.
So yeah, I was a little prepared for what I was going to see, but I watched it so late at night that I was kind of falling asleep during it. So it was like I was on like acid because I was like, "Am I dreaming this stuff or is this stuff happening?" Because I was just like so tired, but I'm like, I gotta watch this. I gotta stay awake. But then like the piano scene happened, and that kind of woke me up because like, dang, that was kind of freaky. So and then like even when I finished it, that stupid song was going on in my head. That that song they played during the whole movie.
Yeah,
It's like, I couldn't get that song out of my head all night.
Sounds a lot like the wedding march.
Yeah. But I didn't hate the movie. I kind of goofy weirdness that you would like see in like a really like a weird anime, like in like an 80s kind of hyperactive anime. You could totally tell this guy directed commercials, or like Alex said, it looks like a music video most of the time. Just like the weird stuff that happens, like their teachers like off doing weirdness. That watermelon guy, that guy made me uncomfortable. I was like, girls, get out of there. You don't want to be a stranger teacher. Then when I did my intro, I said that thing about Tommy's he's good at laundry, because I thought that was like the weirdest line in the movie where he's like introducing the stepmom. He's like, "This is your mom. She's surprisingly good at cooking." I was like, "What? Why would you say that?"
I thought you said that because in The Witch she's doing laundry by the creek or whatever. She's watching her dad's stuff. But anyway, I
just found that like really weird. That line is like, "She's surprisingly good at cooking." Like, okay. Yeah, I could have done without the nudity. That was kind of weird, but
yeah,
shocking.
This is very, very weird. I like Michael said, maybe Japan has different laws or something, but I hope they're at least 18. They don't look like it, but that was.
I would hope so. You too. Yeah, I think they will be. But yeah, it was just a weird movie, but it was entertaining, I would say. But what'd you think?
Who, me? Oh, okay. Okay, let the weeb come in, guys. Let me. Okay, this movie isn't great. It's not great. It's not a horror movie. It's obviously a comedy. I don't hate it. The thing I hated about it was the sets, like that first set with the painting, like you said, and that one window, and it's like,
oh yeah, that was
the
weird.
stepmom's like, oh, and Wynn's like pulling her hair,
sweeping dramatic like Vesta, yeah.
It's so weird.
I do not like that lady.
I guess I don't remember that, but that's not really what I was referring to. It's more when they were on their way to the aunt's house. Those sets. Anyway, go on.
I do like the random cuts to the teacher, and he's just like eating ramen with like random
so
people.
Good.
Yeah. I do like when they first get to the watermelon guy and they just get in. He's like, and then I do. There's elements to this that I like. Like the whole house is kind of cool. The piano scene is obviously like one of the best scenes in there. I like how the fingers are just playing the keys. But like you said, the song gets so repetitive, super fast.
Yeah.
Like that grates on the ears. I like the characters; they're fun. I don't know about the weird names, gorgeous, kung fu. What was
fantasy?
What was the smart one? Professor.
Professor. Yeah. And then Melody. I like how she said Melody. That made me laugh. Melody.
I do like the ending scene where they're like swimming in the blood. I could do without the nudity, but I do like the whole scene of like the red and like I'm not crazy about this movie like people are. Like they swear by it, but I don't hate it. I'm not Michael where he's just like disgusted at it. I don't see it as horror at all. Just like a comedy with some horror elements.
Yeah, it's kind of like Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's like something you'd watch with like a group at a Alamo or something like that.
Yeah, that's more of like what I enjoy about it. If it's just the stupidness of it that I just enjoy. I really do.
Yeah.
Like I don't think this movie is great by like any standard, really, like Jared's saying. But just something about it is just so fun to watch, and it's just so stupid that I just enjoy it.
And like Thomas was saying, if you've ever seen a Japanese commercial, it is exactly like that. It's like, what? Like real fast cuts and like real wacky stuff is happening that's not related to the product at all.
Right. Like their game shows are kind of that way too. Like it's like 110 all the time.
Like when the teacher's like going down the stairs and he like gets stuck in that.
Yeah.
Either the trash can.
Yeah.
And then just like,
I gotta go to the hospital.
I just appreciate this movie to see like some of Japanese culture, like you wouldn't see that anywhere else. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That is true. You wouldn't see this anywhere else. One shot I did like was I can't remember who died or something, and they were maybe it was whenever that Mac died in the well or whatever. And she started filling up her water, and it quickly turned to red. And she takes a drink and doesn't realize it's red. That was kind of cool. I did kind of like that.
Michael,
see,
you got
there's
a
something that
thing
you
to
did
say?
like.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing. The head comes out of the well, then it bites her in the butt, and then it goes back down. Laughing,
that's awesome.
No one believes her. I hate the cat's mouth is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The stupid. I hate this movie so much. I hate everything about it.
And what's worse, I don't mind subtitle movies at all. We've watched several on this podcast, loved them. But what's worse is that we couldn't really do something without actually watching it because you can't tell what's going on. It's like, like I said, I was playing guitar and watching, but I would have like drawn or something if I didn't have to pay attention. But so that made it even worse. But,
Try watching it when you're falling asleep, man. You
maybe
you will not have the
same effect.
I like that. I like that. Where he's like, "Do you like melons? No, banana."
And then there's bananas in the end.
The banana man.
Banana man.
Yeah.
How do you not love this movie?
You guys are making this sound funny and enjoyable, and it's not. You're lying to people.
Is.
Anyone listening to this, I'm telling you now, do not even give a thought to what these people are saying. This movie is terrible. It's a waste of time, and it will haunt your not nightmares. It's not worthy enough to be called a nightmare. It's just ugh.
I will say, if you're going to watch this movie, do it like they're saying. Watch it in a group.
Yeah, get a group.
That would be more fun.
Make other people miserable so you can enjoy. You can feed off their misery.
Have fun with your collective misery. Because Michael and I, you gotta watch this movie with someone who's like that. They got that chaos in their eyes. They're like, I just want things to go badly and have fun with it. And Michael I aren't necessarily that way. And
are you saying I am?
No, I'm saying I'm glad at least that you at least said that you don't think this movie's great, because I really thought this was going to be just Thomas with his artsy fartsy pretentiousness coming in, which is like, you don't understand the subtext of the Japanese culture to get this movie. So I'm glad at least that you said that. But watch this movie in a group, guys. Watch this movie. Maybe
Alex says watch this movie.
No, I did not. I take it back.
Fast question for Michael and Alex. Had you heard anything about this before?
No.
Well, okay. We did look up reviews because we watched the trailer and we were like, that looks terrible.
It has 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can never trust that site again. I can never even look at their site and think it's anywhere near accurate ever again.
It's like only reviewed by the Sock Warrior, which is Thomas.
Did you think it was? What were your thoughts when you started it? Did you think it was going to get serious, or did you think it was going to be wacky like that?
I hope.
How fast did you start hating it?
Oh, so soon.
So fast, dude.
So the trailer, I was like, that looks obnoxious and bad, but I thought it was going to be more dark and more more like in a way like more artsy, but it was just again paint on a canvas, just thrown. Like it was just like there's no story. The story's terrible.
It's cinematic vomit, is what it is.